Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Christy, and I'm with Positive Creation with some more. And today I am flying solo. My helper is about asleep, but that's okay. We'll get through it. We will get through this. If you're on our Facebook, don't forget to hit the follow button and hit the like button. If you're on our YouTube, hit subscribe and hit that bell, and then give us a like. That way you get notified every time we go live. If you're new to our channel, let us know that you're new so we can give you a warm welcome. Okay. So today I have this set of, these are mini wood serving sets. And they're kind of thick. If you've ever been to like the Outback Steakhouse, you would see these. They would put like a loaf of bread on there with the butter. That's what these are. You can purchase these through Amazon. I don't know if they would be painted. I have seen the ones without the wood or without being painted. But today we're going to do something really fun with these, I promise. I have napkins here, as you can see. And I'm going to show you how I do these when I take them off. Hello. Let me get the live up so I can watch for your comments. Oh, there we are. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Charlie Brown's in bed asleep, so I'm flying solo. He has to go and leave tonight at 9 p.m., so he's getting his sleep for the day. So we're going to do something with these mini wooden serving sets. Like I said, I have them in like this mint blue or mint green. I also have them in pink. And today we're going to do something different with these. You can paint on them. There's so many different things that you can do with them, but today I'm going to use the napkins, and I'm going to show you how you can use the napkins. So let me find one that's not been peeled here. There we go. There's now. Doing good. So these are just napkins. You can pick napkins up from the Dollar Tree. You can pick them up from Hobby Lobby. You know, any reason they have them. So what I do is, I got one that I started peeling. Let me find that one real quick. I have all different kinds. And there's one of them I started right here. So once you cut out your square, and it doesn't have to be a perfect square, you can peel this piece of paper off of the back of the napkin, and you want to do that. And then you can just toss that or whatever you want to do. And then you're down to just the printed part. So now you can go through here and use your scissors, and you can trim this up as much as you want or as little as you want. Which I have done some crafting in the past where I've used these napkins. And you can make this as big as you want or as little as you want, depending on the size of the boards. And like I said, they do have them on Amazon. And so you can just cut out the truck. Obviously, it's not going to fit on these littler ones unless you do it diagonal, and it's still not going to fit. But I just wanted to show you, you can just peel that back off of the napkin. All right. So let me move these out of the way. Set those over there. And you can Mod Podge these napkins onto here. And I'm going to do some Mod Podging, but I'm also going to paint some. It's your choice, whatever you want to do. So we're just going to take our sponge and put some Mod Podge on here. I'm not sure how big of the thing it's going to be. And I found these pumpkins on one of the napkins. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And try and smooth that out. You don't want any bubbles underneath of it because it's just going to lead to pilling later on. There we go. So I know some of the leaves are sticking off, and that's okay. We'll go through later after it dries, and we'll just clip those off. Now we're going to Mod Podge over the top of it, so this way it does not peel off. And make sure we get the edges really good. Oop. I have seen where people have taken a lighter and they burned off the edges. I'm just not into that. I'll just let it dry and cut them. So there's our pumpkins. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'm going to grab one of the blue ones because I am not going to make them all pink. I'm going to kind of mix up the colors. So with this one, I'm going to actually paint on it. And you can paint whatever you want. You can paint a pumpkin on there. You can do a scarecrow face. You can put, you can write on them if you wanted to. Got my paper towels here. Okay. Hi, Kim. Hi, sis. So with this one, I am going to draw on this one, or paint on this one, I should say. And I'm going to use my paint pens because I do a little bit better with the paint pens. I'm not finished yet. I'm just showing you what I got so far. I'm going to use my blue. And I did check on Amazon right before I came live, and they do have them, but they don't call them the mini serving boards. They call them the mini cutting boards, and they would work too. I don't know if Hobby Lobby or Michael's has these. I didn't check. Girl, take yourself to the doctor. I've been fighting seasonal allergies. Never ending thing with me. Like I said, I did pick these ones up at Aldi's. They had them clearanced out, so I grabbed them. that orange over there. Hi, Miss Shirley. How are you? We Mod Podged on some pumpkins so far. We're just going to wait for that to dry and I'll trim off the edges. And now we're working on painting this one. Better move that over. And you don't have to paint these. It's just an option. Like I said. So I'm going to let this dry for a minute before I finish painting it because I don't want to put wet paint on top of wet paint. So I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. And now I'll go do another pink one. Hi, Susie. How are you? I am good. Charlie Brown's in bed. So since I think I'm going to do 2 pinks and then put like the mint one, the mint green in the center. I think that's how I'm going to do this. So we'll let those 2 dry for a minute and we'll work on this one. So we got our pumpkins. We got our scarecrow face that's not done yet. So we can always put a sunflower in there. We have this happy fall. And we have another pumpkin that says grateful. You're good? Good. Hi, Shauna. Charlie Brown's in bed, everyone. He has to go out at 9 o'clock tonight. Yep, he's doing 2 routes this week. So he's not here. He's in bed asleep. So we'll just put some more Mod Podge on this. And these are going to be really cute to set in your table during the fall season. Set them on your buffet mantle. Like I said, don't forget to peel that paper off the back of your napkins. And then trim it down as much as you need to. And then you want to smooth out all of the air bubbles underneath of your napkin. And like I said, whatever's hanging over the edge, I'll just go through there later and clip that off. It's not that big of a deal. Yes. Yes. Definitely prayers. He's running 2 routes this week, and I'm not liking it. He keeps telling me not to talk about it, but I told him he needs to realize. Remember not too long ago when that car pulled out in front of him and he hit that car? They didn't want him calling the cops. And they kept demanding him to give them money. And he kept telling them no, he didn't have any money. Luckily, he was on the phone talking to his boss, to one of many of his bosses. And his boss said, I'm not hanging up this phone. Well, Greg finally told those guys. He said, I've already called the cops and they're on their way. I'm on the phone with them. So the guy finally took off, and there was 2 carloads of people. And, you know, they could have robbed him and killed him. So, yeah, definitely prayers. It's a crazy world out there. That one says grateful. So it'll look like this. This. And then this. But he keeps telling me, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Just don't talk about it. And I'm like, you need to talk about it because you need to realize what their intentions were. So this will be the set. Isn't that cute? So we're going to set these over here to dry. Thank you. Hi, Peggy. Yes, God was. Thank you. Then we do have a bigger set and we do have another smaller set. So let's work on the bigger ones because then this way we can put more on there. Now you don't have to do them like this just because the hangers or the holes up here. You can always leave them setting sideways. And then you can put your little truck on there if you wanted to. So they don't always have to be standing up this way. Just keep that in mind. Thank you. I was hoping y'all would like this. Like I said, these are mini serving boards. But if you look on Amazon, they don't call them mini serving boards because I typed it in. You have to look under mini cutting boards. But they do have them. And they are wood. You would have to paint them. But it would be worth it because these are so cute. But I did pick these up at Aldi. It's a grocery store. And they're starting to carry a lot of things like this. And I thought they were cute. So that's why I grabbed them. Let's see. Yeah. I think I like this one on there. What do y'all think about that one? Oh, thank you, Susie. What do y'all think about that? Let's do one sideways. Maybe we'll do them all sideways. Who knows? Let's try this. Like I said, these are just napkins that actually they were gifted to me. And I hadn't done anything with them. And like I said, all you do is just take a square. You only need one square. You just cut it. And then the cut doesn't have to be perfect either. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. And this is the difficult part, but not really. If you can't see like me, I promise I ain't glaring at you, I just can't see. Okay, there it is. This is what I mean by pulling it off. There's a backing on every napkin. You don't need this. You can save it if you want and use it for whatever. But this is the part that we're going to use. And then you just want to trim it up. And what I mean by trimming it up is cutting it out like this. Whoop. And then you can put your Happy Thanksgiving on there. Oh my gosh, Peggy, they have so much stuff in there. Yes. If you have an Aldi's near you and you're fortunate enough to have one, definitely hit the Aldi's up because I got my gnomes from there. I got these from there. And the sign said $2.99. And when they rang them up, it came up to $8.99 plus tax or something like that. So I said, So I went back there and I took a picture of the tag and I brought it up there. And the guy goes, oh, yeah, they are on sale. And I'm like, yeah. So he reimbursed me my money. But they're on sale for $2.99. See, I like affordable crafts. Yeah, I think this set we'll do on this side. Yeah. Whoops. See? You just want to make sure you get out all the little bumps underneath. And just take your time with it. No rush, right? There. Now we'll just go over the top of it to seal it so it doesn't peel off. And once this dries, you're not going to see all the glue and stuff like that on there. You're really not. It'll dry and it'll have like a glossy shine over it. Okay. So we got Happy Thanksgiving. Do we want to use this truck for the blue? Or I have a red truck somewhere. Somewhere up here. I just had it. There it is. Or do we like the red truck that's full of the multicolored pumpkins? Because we have this one. And then we have this one. This one just says, Happy Fall, y'all. Blue truck, blue. All right. Yes, the pumpkins are awesome this year. I've already been looking at Walmart. They're starting to bring out all theirs. I'm like, yes. Yeah, this is something so easy. Like I said, and it's very affordable to do. Ooh, no. And this is the longest part, is smoothing it out. And you see, it doesn't really take that long to smooth it out. Oops. You just gotta make sure you have glue everywhere. There. This is so simple to do. I love this. And if you don't want to do fall and you want to do Christmas, you could even use these for Christmas as well. You can get more sets and maybe making a trip back to town to Aldi's to get some more of these and do some Christmas ones. Now we'll let that one dry. I'm running out of room. And then for our next one, because we'll do 2 pink and then we'll put the mint green in the center. So we can do, oh yeah, we even have Halloween. I also have this orange brown plaid that we could use. What shade of peach? Oh, the paint colors. I used whatever this one is. Let me see if it shows on the lid. No. It came from Hobby Lobby. I know that. It doesn't say. Just as acrylic paint. But this is the color of orange that I used on the ones that I hand painted. And then the pink was Apple Barrel, and it came from Walmart. And it's pink blush. And then the rest of them were all paint pens that I had used. I used the paint pen for his eyes. And I used that orange for the nose. Hi, Joan. I think you could layer the napkins. Thank you. Thank you. I think they're really cute. So with these, like I said, I'll show you just in case for the ones that just come in late. It's just napkins. Like I said, you can pick up napkins anywhere. The Dollar Tree has been having a lot of cute napkins here lately because I knew this project was coming up and I was so excited. And I seen they had napkins, but I was like, I still have a lot of napkins at home. I better not buy any more. Oh, yeah. We have the little hedgehog. There's 2 of them on that side. And he has the fall leaves and the acorns with him. There's that one. Then there's this one, like I said, that says grateful. No, we already used one of those. This was the Happy Fall, y'all. Let's see where else. in the red truck. I know there's more. Yeah, see? Now the boards aren't big enough to get this whole wreath around it, but if you wanted to, you could do around the sunflower and put the sunflower in there with one of them if you wanted to. And then there's this blue truck that we have that we could use. You love the hedgehogs? There you go. I'm telling you, I need to go back. We was in town today for his blood work. And just every 6 months he has to get his blood work done. And I was wanting to go by there, but I had to go make a bunch of deliveries. And then, of course, we dropped everybody's gifts off, or their winnings off today. And when we got to one of the post offices, because half of them is post offices and half of them is UPS. So anyhow, that being said, when we got there, we walked in and we sat down all the ones at the post office, and the lady goes, "Oh my God, you want all these mailed out?" I said, "I sure do." She didn't say another word. So you see, I cut this, and that back just peels right off. And you can, I know this is going to be too big and you're going to have to cut this down, but you could even put this on there with the blue truck. Oh, the blue truck. And then we could do something like this. And we don't even have to use all of this. We could probably cut it down and maybe do a stripe up here and then a stripe down there. Ooh, why don't we do that? And then we can maybe fit the hedgehog in there. Let's do that. I think that'd be cute. Yes. Yes. Or we could put the sunflower in there. Yeah, I like that. Where'd that sunflower go? I'll find it here in a minute. We still got more. We got more boards. Okay. I told you, folks, I cannot cut a straight line. I told you all last night I couldn't. I ain't lying. Okay. Let's go that way. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sometimes they act up. Oh, yes, I did go visit the cable company a visit today. Yeah. I told them I'm sick and tired of my internet freezing up, going distorted and everything else. I told them I pay high money for good internet and it's not good. It's crap. So I pulled up one of our lives and I'm like, "Is this acceptable? Would you accept this if you owned a business?" And he's like, "Well, no." And I'm like, "But I'm supposed to accept that?" So they're supposed to be sending somebody out here in a rush to get it fixed. We shall see. We shall see. And of course, the day didn't start off really great. It's Monday, of course. And when we went in to do his labs, now mind you, he has to book 6 months in advance. So all the orders were put in there of what the doctor wanted, like everything she wanted to check. His cholesterol, stuff like that. So we're sitting in the doctor's office. There are so many people that came in there, went in before him, and came back out. And I'm sitting waiting and waiting and waiting. And Charlie Brown just looks at me and I'm like, "You get one chance to go up there and say something to him. If they don't call you back there." So he goes up there and he says something to the lady, the receptionist, and he goes, "I've been sitting here way past my appointment for over an hour and they haven't offered to call me back." So she said something to him, and when he come back and sat down, I go, "What did she say?" And he goes, "You don't want to know." And I said, "You need to tell me." About that time they come out and called somebody else. The woman just walked in, went in there and signed in and walked back out. And as soon as she did, she went in there and got her labs done before him. And I was like, "I'm done. You had your one chance to go say something. You didn't." He's the quiet one. So I walked up there and I go, "Excuse you? Did you forget to pull his file?" Because she's done that before to us and left us sitting there for 2 hours in the waiting room. So I went up there and I go, did you forget again? She goes, no, it's not in the computer. Like I told your husband. I said, and I didn't ask my husband. I'm asking you. Why are we sitting here for over an hour? This is unacceptable. I said, you've done this crap to me before. And why isn't it in the computer? And she goes, they did not put it in his labs in the computer. And I'm like, it is in the computer. It is in there because he got a notice in his My Chart and they wanted him to sign in online. But yet we sit here for an hour because it's not in the computer. Yeah, I was mad. So when I walked away, I heard her sigh and I just stopped. I just stopped dead. And Greg's going, come on. I'm like, nope. She sighed. I'm done. Yeah. This is the same lady that whenever we went before, we sat out in the waiting room for 2 hours. And every time I would go up there and ask, why are you taking everybody else in? She's like, well, I don't know. And then after 2 hours, she goes, I forgot to put your ticket back there. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I was not a happy camper. Christy doesn't sit that long. Christy's got things to do. I do not have time to sit in a doctor's office for an hour. So of course that just set the tone for the day. So when we got to, by the time we finally made it to the cable company, because we had made a few stops, Charlie Brown asked me, he goes, you could be all right to go in here? I'm like, sure. Yeah. The tone was already set. And she's going, or the guy that waited on us, it was a guy actually, sorry. He's like, can I help you? And I'm like, probably not, but we're going to give it a shot. I told him, I'm sick and tired. I said, we're trying to run a business. Is this acceptable for a business? And he goes, well, I own a business too. And he goes, so I know what you're saying. I'm like, I don't think you know what I'm saying. I'm really mad. I was like, watch this video. So they're sending somebody out to fix it. We shall see. But I did go. And then, of course, they wanted to know if we wanted to switch our cell phone service. And I'm like, you give me crappy internet. Now you want me to take your cell phone service? Hello? Yes, it is. Thank you. Hi, Trina. How are you? Yeah, I was just so mad. So by the time we left the cable place, the cable/internet place, Charlie Brown said, are you hangry? I'm like, no, I'm not hangry. I'm tired of getting bad service. They need to fix it. So, yeah. All right, let's put the sunflower in the middle of this. I think that would be super cute. Cut that wreath off around it. And yeah. And then the guy that waited on this, he's like, well, I know the supervisor. I know the supervisor that's over this. And I'm like, he's like, why don't you call him and tell me what's the supervisor? I said, we've tried that trick. And they sent another technician out. I said, why don't you bring out 5 different techs and maybe all together they might get it fixed. Yeah, I thought that paper was off. Yes, he's got to go work. Yep, he's in bed. He has to do 2 routes this week because somebody took a vacation. They felt like they needed a vacation. They took a vacation. But anyhow, I know I shouldn't have said that. So he's going to be covering somebody else's route along with his route. Well, this sunflower will be overlapping the little plaid. And like I said, by the time this dries, you're not going to see this glue. It'll just be clear coated. Yep, he's going to do somebody else's route. Normally, he just drives from one postal terminal, the DC, I think that's what they call it, to the next. But the guy that's on vacation, he's taken over his route and he delivers to post offices. So he's got to do that today, starting at 9 o'clock tonight. So I told him, I said, you just go to bed. I got this. He goes, I'll set up the computer for you. And I said, okay. So he did, but I still messed it up and I had to get back up out of bed. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I put the sunflower in the middle of that. Isn't that cute? I like the way that turned out. Then we got our truck. And then we got our Happy Thanksgiving. You can set those like that. Hi, Linda. Oh, you're off from work. Yes, his you can't see me. Hold on, it'll come right back in. What was I? Yes, they have an opening inside the office instead of driving. He'll still be in the trucking industry, but he will be doing all the paperwork, and he won't be driving on the road unless they need him to. Then he'll do a route or something for the day. But for the most part, he will be inside the office. It's still the trucking industry, but he just won't have to drive the semi. All right, let's finish our face up. It looks like it's about dried. All righty. I'm going to make this side just a tad bigger. It's pretty small and uneven. Yeah. Yeah, I hope he gets the position. I really do. I want him off the road. Some of you know that he had a wreck, and we were just talking about it earlier. A car pulled out in front of him on the interstate, and the only thing that happened is the other car got a little scrape on it, and then it broke in taillight. And when he stopped, the other car, the people in the car, there was 2 carloads. They stopped and got out and screaming at him to give them money. Well, because it's a government job, because anything postal is government, he has to have a padlock on his semi, on his trailer. And when the guy kept demanding money and he kept saying, I'm not giving you any money. I don't have any money, and I'm on the phone. Well, he was on the phone with his boss, and he was telling his boss what happened. He had already called 911. The people didn't even call 911. They said, don't call 911. Just give us money. Just give us money. I told him, I said, God was with you, and he said, I had your protection around you because they were going to rob you. So I'm glad that he's safe. And when this job position came open, he came home and talked to me about it, and he said, go I don't care. Just as long as you think you can handle it. And he said, yeah. He goes, I'm ready to get off the road. And I said, all right. I said, I'm ready for you to get off the road. I'm tired of worrying about you. So I wasn't going to force him to do anything, but I will support him on everything. So this is a Dollar Tree hula skirt. I've told y'all to grab these up and snatch them as much as you can, because I do use these a lot in the fall. I'm going to shake that skirt out. All right. So I don't need a lot of this, just a little. So yeah, that happened not too long ago. So yeah, when they looked at me, and when he came home and he told me that, and he just kind of looked at me and said, you don't tell me twice, go for it. Told him just to pray about it and make sure that's what God wants him to do. I'm going to go and find that in this just because I want that not there. Okay. Yeah. And they never did. They left before the cops got there. The 2 carloads of people did. And like I said, he had his phone up to his ear, but he was talking to his boss. And those people kept demanding money. And he kept saying, I'm not giving you any money. I don't have any. And they kept saying, give us some money now. Give us some money now. I told him, I said, you could have been robbed. They could have killed you on the side of the interstate. But he was on the phone, like I said, with his boss. And when he told him that he's on the phone with the cops, that's when they fled really fast. So, pretty scary. Okay. You don't have to make your bow this big. You can make it as small as you want or as big as you want. But I was thinking maybe a bow, and of course I'd trim off the tails. What do y'all think about the bow on there? I think I like it there. I gotta turn on the hot glue gun. Oh, I bet, yeah. Thank you for the sprinkles and the love. Yeah, turn on the hot glue. I'm going to glue that on there. And I can always trim the tails up to keep it off the scarecrow's face. And I thought I had a white paint pen. Yeah, right here. So yeah, when he asked me about coming off the road and taking that office position, you had my vote. They even gave him some eyebrows. And I got to finish that eye because I decided to make it longer, bigger, match the other side. So we'll set this off until the glue gun gets heated. There's that. Now, I got Mod Podge all over my fingers. It just pulls right off. Thank you for the sprinkles. Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? I know I have more small ones. Okay. It's gonna move these off and out of the way, but that's all right. We'll just keep going. Let's do the hedgehogs because I think they're cute. I think I already got one peeled, so we don't have to peel the backing off of it. Yeah, I think this one's peeled, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna cut it anyways. There's that. And you can even use the puff paint if you wanted to. I call it puff paint, but it's the slick tulip slick paint. Usually this is for clothes. That's why they call it the puff paint, and it will puff up. But you can use these if you wanted to. I thought about it, and then I thought, yeah, let's not. Here's that one. Here's the hedgehog. Let's see if it's hot. It's getting there. It's almost hot. Okay, let's see. We got one pink, big one, 2, 3. Okay. What are we going to use on this one? Do we like the red truck or no? Should we scrap the red truck altogether? Because we have the red truck. We already used the pumpkins. We used that one. We do have a blue truck we can use. I like the blue one better. What do y'all think? The blue or the red? Thank you, Pam. Now, let me go up here and I read all the tips I can get. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. Let me get it off the comments that way I don't accidentally click something. Y'all like the blue? The blue? Okay. I was like, why aren't they answering me? Let me scroll the comments down. Yep, that paper's off. Okay, we're going to have to trim it up just a tad more, just so it'll fit on our block. Yeah, okay. I have to cut right off of that, son. Not like it, it's just because it won't fit. And Mod Podge, you can get that at the Dollar Tree as well. Now, this big jar of Mod Podge I did pick up from Walmart just because I was doing so many projects with it at the time. You can see it lasts forever. Now, let's see. I was trying not to cut off a lot of it. Okay, just right there where the tire is. That work. Here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Be careful when you're driving. Yeah, sometimes there is 3 layers. I have run into that. Yeah, and you got to keep peeling and peeling and peeling. So be aware of that. I love these little boards. I bet you I'm going to be going back to all these and getting me some more. Because I want to do them for Christmas too. Make some for Christmas. Here. Just have to be careful how you cut it and what all you want on there. I guess you don't have to be careful. It's just picking and choosing what you want. Just getting all the air bubbles out from underneath of it so it doesn't fill up. Whoops. Stop doing that. I guess this wasn't peeled. Look. Looky here. See, even I make mistakes. This one's one that had 2 layers. No worries. We can correct this real fast. See? Peel the backing off. Throw it in the trash. Reapply some glue or Mod Podge. See? Peggy gave me that little tip, and now look what happened. It came off. Okay, let's put this back on. It was real bubbly, and I couldn't figure out why. That's why it had the backing on there. That's a lot better. Isn't that cute? So you can do it like this. Like this. Or we have the sunflower that's drying. I'm going to try and scoop out some of that excess. There we go. You can put this with this one. Over this one. You can make these any color you want. Okay. Let me set that one over there. And then here's our little ones. Like I said, when this dries, I'll go through there and I'll clip that off, the excess that's hanging over. There's the pumpkins and the hedgehog. I was going to put the one with the 2 in there, but and then here's this one that says grateful. And then our painted one. I still got to fix this one eye, but other than that, let's put his bow on real fast. And you can even use this and put a bow around these ones too as well if you wanted to. You don't have to use as much raffia as I'm using either. You can use as little or as much as you want. Yes, yes. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Susie. It's a package of 4. You get 2 big ones, like you get the 2 pink ones, and then you get the 2 small ones together. And they were $2.99 plus tax, of course. Yeah, Linda said maybe a little twine wrapped around the neck of the board. Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely an option. My twine is out in the garage because Charlie Brown used it, and I seen it out there in his toolbox. So while he's in bed, I am going to go retrieve my twine. He keeps saying it's his, but it ain't. I seen it yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before? Maybe it was the day before. I seen it. I was like, I know I have scissors. Okay. So I'm just going to take this and cut it at an angle like that. We'll take this side and cut it at an angle. Move that twine off of his face a little bit. I don't know if I like the big bow or not. I will probably play around with this. I may make a smaller one. Anyways. Let's try to make it a smaller one. Come on. Shouldn't have let go of it. But I did. Okay. Maybe. Smaller loops. Yeah. I'm not real crazy about the bigger one. I thought I wanted the bigger one, but maybe not. Okay. Pulled right off. Because it wasn't set yet. That's why. Even though this is medium burn, it's still burnt. Wow. Okay. Now let's clip these tails. I know I'm going over. Instead, let's clip them this way. Okay. That looks better. I like the smaller bow with the big one. I usually go big, but not with that bow. There. And I don't want this bow to be like perfection either. This is supposed to be like a little scarecrow, so we don't want it perfected. So there we go. Now we have the smaller bow, and I think that looks a lot better. We'll be back Friday. Yeah, because he doesn't have to run that route Friday. Starting tonight till Thursday. Thursday night will be his last day. So we will be back Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I think Friday we're going to work on bows. And I'll show you guys different bows and give you like little tips and tricks because I know a lot of you have asked for it. And before I jump off of here, I want to tell you guys real quick. People ask me where I come up with these ideals and how do I come up with these ideals? And I say I always get inspired by clothes, nature, just walking through the store. I can see something and my mind just starts racing. It goes crazy. And it's like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. So anyhow, that being said, I got a new shirt and I bought it because it inspired me. And a few years ago, I started showing everybody how to do the pumpkin stacks. And now it's like, whoosh, everybody does them. So I found this shirt. Like these colors that are on the pumpkin. Get inspired, even if it is clothes. Let that be your inspiration and always think outside of the box. That being said, it has the pumpkins and it has the cotton coming out of the pumpkins. And it has a little pine cone down here and it says, "Take me to the pumpkin patch." So when I seen this, I was like, would you ever think to put these three colors together? Would you ever think out to put these colors together? Or would you say they don't go together? So when you ask me where I get my inspiration from and what I'm thinking when I see something, that's the best thing I know how to describe it. So even if it is clothing, if you see a shirt and has butterflies on it, let those butterflies inspire you to make something. Let everything that you see inspire you. I guess that's how you would want to say it. There's no right or wrong way to craft. Always just follow your heart and do whatever it is you want to do. So with that being said, I'm going to let y'all go and I'm going to clean up, wash out my paintbrushes. And like I said, we will be back Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I hope y'all have a blessed week and remember to always be kind. And thank you for joining me. Bye, everyone. Love you too, Z. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Shauna. You too, Linda.